Welcome back to Success with Steven. My name is Steven Smith. On this channel, we discuss all things financial literacy. Over the week, a video came across my Instagram feed. It was a figurine of Miles Tails Power from Sonic the Hedgehog. I'll probably add some sort of visual representation or some B-roll for you guys to kind of check this out. And I just thought it was cool. So I went to see how much it cost. And to my surprise, the only thing I could purchase was a digital download to 3D print this figure, and it's called an STL file. So if you guys came to my house and you took a look at what my living room looked like, I have Funko Pop figures. I'm heavily into anime, gaming, stuff like that, anything really in pop culture. And of course, I would love to make stuff like this and have a 3D print from things that I enjoy and my own ideas. So it's very rare that you get to look at something as a business opportunity and you're kind of excited to actually do it. So not only did I figure out this could be fun, the more research that I did, the more I found out how profitable this was. And I went through some statistics and found that an average of people who do this 3D printing business model can make an average of $5,000 per month. And that's the reason why I'm making this video. I want to start my own 3D printing business, and I plan on documenting everything as I go. Every mistake, every win, and every dollar that I have to spend in order to make this profitable. Now, the goal is really simple. I want to build a business that makes at least $5,000 per month, and I want to show you exactly how I plan to do this. And in case it's something that you might want to try, everything's going to be in the video so you can purchase the exact same things. So whether you continue watching this video because you want to have fun making cool stuff and printing things out like cosplay props or anything like that, or whether you're just here to try to make some really good money, this will be a guide for you from a beginner who's just going to start and trying to turn a 3D printing business into $5,000 a month. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So the first task is to reverse engineer the business model. I want to understand, how do people actually make money from 3D printing? And after a ton of research, I found the most successful print shops make money in a few key ways. Number one, selling custom products on Etsy or Shopify. Number two, doing bulk prints for local businesses. Number three, offering prototyping services for inventors or designers. Number four, creating niche print on demand brand things like tabletops, gaming, or cosplay types of designs. And number five is selling STL files or designs online, which would be a digital product, not unlike selling ebooks. All right, so here's the plan. I want to focus on Etsy first. I've used them in the past. I also might make a second Shopify store. If you would like to try Shopify, there is a link in the description and you can start for $0 and then it is $1 for the first 3 months. I like Etsy though because it's beginner friendly. It has built-in traffic and there's already demand for 3D printed gifts, gadgets, and custom items. So for this particular type of business, Etsy would probably be the best place to start. But before I could get to that step, I needed to figure out how exactly am I going to start printing. Now, I would say this has been the most overwhelming part of this whole process, was choosing the first printer. There are a ton of printers out there. I went through forums that were full of debates. Everyone has their own opinions, but I kept hearing one name pop up over and over, and it was Bamboo Lab. So I dug in, watched more videos than I care to admit, and eventually I narrowed it down to the Bamboo Lab P1S. And I wanted something that was going to be reliable. I wanted something fast and beginner friendly. I didn't want to spend hours tinkering. I just wanted to hit print and just get results. And that's what everyone said about the Bamboo printers. They just work. So here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to buy the Bamboo Lab P1S with the AMS unit right now. Now the Bamboo Lab P1S by itself is $749.99, I believe. The AMS is a game changer apparently. It's supposed to let you print in multiple colors without having to swap filaments manually. Now this will set you back around $319 if you want the AMS as well. But this isn't just a toy printer. It's a solid investment in efficiency and creativity. And if that number makes you hesitate, I get it. It made me kind of hesitate too, but I looked at it like this. If I'm serious about turning this into a business, I need tools that won't waste my time. So currently right now, guys, we are on bamboolab.com. I'm going to put a link in the description if you want to click on the website and check it out. But, oh, that's our guy right there. Let's go right there. Just popped up. All right, so this is the Bamboo Lab P1S 3D printer, but this is the AMS2 Pro, which is now compatible with the P1S. Now, the one that I'm looking at is this one right here. So there we go, $749. However, if this one does have, let's see, the AMS2 Pro is now compatible. I think this one does have the AMS also attached to it. This picture shows the AMS with filament sold separately. Let's see, this picture shows the AMS2 with the AMS2 Pro with filament sold separately. Okay, we should do this one instead. It actually will save us money here. It'll be $869, and that will include the AMS without the filament. So let's actually do that one instead. Let's add this to cart. And then let's take a look at all the other accessories that we might need. So there's some deals on filament right here. There's actually filament that is sold on Amazon. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I should go to Amazon and do it, but let's just take a look at how much they're charging. Now, for the ones that they have on the website, they're $16.99, which is honestly a lot cheaper than what I saw on Amazon. So, let's just add some to cart. I'm just going to add the basic. Let's add the PLA matte, and we'll talk about what this is in a second. Let's also add the PETG translucent. That one is cool. And let's add the PLA silk plus. All right, we're going to add all of this. Let's add that to cart. The cool thing is this is kind of cheaper than what I thought it was going to be, because originally I thought it was going to be like $1,600. But since this one already does come with the AMS combo, then that's pretty cool. And it does come with the hub, but it's shipped separately. So all in all, it looks like I only have to spend around $936.96. Now, if I need more filament, just know that there is another price for the more filament. But again, on Amazon, we'll talk about that. It might actually be like a little bit cheaper. And then let's go to checkout. And then one other thing I want to mention before I complete this transaction, there was a shipping cost of $41.99. So that is in addition to what I'm going to have to spend. So in total, we're still at $1,057.40 currently. And of course, I'm probably going to have to get boxes and a couple of other things. So just keep that in mind, that we still might be around the $1,200 mark to maybe even $1,600, but we will see. All right, so obviously I can't do anything else until the printer shows up. From the time frame that I saw, it could take around 10 days, but I did link the setup PDF in the description as well of this video if you want to check that out. I've also been watching a number of videos on YouTube that shows you how to set this up. It looks like it's very easy and you can do it in around 15 to 20 minutes. So hopefully within that short amount of time, I'll be able to set it up and then do my first print test. Now, here's what surprised me. You don't even need a computer in order to use Bamboo Lab printer. You can actually set up everything through the mobile app. So that means no downloading complicated software. You don't have to fiddle around with settings for hours. Within minutes of unboxing, should be able to complete the first print with ease, hopefully. Now, once I do that and get the printer set up, then it's going to be the decision of what filament to use. Now, the PLA filament is a biodegradable and eco-friendly thermoplastic polymer derived from renewable resources like cornstarch or sugarcane. That sounds crazy, but that's exactly what it is. And apparently it's a popular choice for 3D printing because its ease of use and its non-toxic nature, making it very good for beginners. And from a lot of research that I saw, everyone says to start with PLA, which is true. But what they don't tell you is there are about 10 different types of PLA. Now, here's what I found. There's standard PLA, there's PLA plus, there's silk PLA, there's matte PLA, there's high speed PLA, and even tough PLA. And after dozens of reviews, I decided to start with PLA plus. It's stronger than standard PLA and it gives a slightly better finish, which is helpful if you're selling products. So that's the one that I'd recommend for you, but by all means, do your own research and make sure that's the one that you would like to use. I found really great deals on Amazon. Most rolls cost between $20 to $30. Each roll can produce a dozen or more small prints depending on the model size. Before we can sell anything, we need designs. I started with markerworld.com Setup.com, since Bamboo Lab owns it, the site is fully integrated with the printer as well, and it's probably the easiest one that you can use. You can browse from the app, download and print, no exporting files, no conversions, no stress. The second site I explored was Printables.com. It had thousands of high quality files, but I noticed some of them weren't free to sell or to modify. You may also have to start paying attention to licensing terms, which I'll explain in a minute. There's also Thingiverse.com. That's my third choice, but the interface kind of felt outdated and the ads were annoying to say the least. Still, it had a deep library of designs if you wanted something specific. You want to also keep in mind that just because you find a free file online, it doesn't mean that you can sell the print. Some files are under non-commercial licenses, some allow resale with credit, some are completely free for use, and then there are some that are copyrighted, like printing a Batman bust and trying to sell it. Even if you modeled it after yourself, that's still DC's intellectual property. So for my business, I decided to avoid all licensed characters and just focus on original or royalty-free designs. I'll eventually learn to make models on my own, but for right now, I'm just going to stick with what I can sell legally. So here is my target breakdown to get to $5,000 per month. I plan on selling 200 items per month at an average of $30 each. That is $6,000 in revenue. And if you subtract, let's say $500 for filament, $200 for shipping and packaging, and maybe another $300 for the equipment upgrades or marketing, that leaves about $5,000 in clean profit. Some people get there by running one machine 24/7 and focusing on fast to print. Others have high margin items. Some people scale by getting multiple printers and hiring help. I plan to start with just the one printer, learn the ropes, and then reinvest the profits into a second or third machine possibly. Now, this business can grow vertically by selling more expensive items or horizontally by selling more volume. You can even offer subscription boxes, custom orders, or wholesale to local stores. I'm going to document every step so you can follow along, and that way you can do it with me if you would like. Right now, I'm researching different products to see what sells. I'll also be launching that new Etsy store, and I'll have to make another video walking through the steps of this process. That's if you guys are interested, then I'll continue to update this as things come along. Eventually, I'll cover how to price your products, how to photograph them for listings, how to run ads, and how to handle shipping, and how to expand your print farm, which is basically more than one printer, kind of like this image I have in the background. That would be considered a print farm. I'm also considering starting a Discord server or channel where we can share print files, get feedback, and help each other grow if this becomes maybe a popular side hustle or business idea. And if you haven't joined my Success University yet, we're growing fast and should be reaching 1,000 members very soon. So if you're interested in that, the link will be in the description. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly believe that 3D printing is more than just a hobby. I think it's a great business opportunity and it's hiding in plain sight. I don't really see too many people talking about this. And the best part, you don't need to be a tech genius to start. All you need is the right tools, a bit of curiosity, and a willingness to learn. So if you got value out of this video, please like and subscribe. Again, I'll be documenting my journey, hopefully to $5,000 a month in 3D printing, if this does get enough attention, and I'll be doing that one step at a time. And if you're ready to join me, I'd love to hear about your goals in the comments. This isn't just about printing plastic, it's about building something real. And once again, super excited about starting this. Hopefully it can be very fun, fulfilling, and a lot of you can also follow me on this same journey. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day.